get the achievement Foes Filed, you must complete your Foe Facts journal by encountering every enemy in the game. This achievement takes time and knowledge of enemy locations to complete, so feel free to use this guide to make the process easier. Also note that this achievement is only possible in the Hikikomori route of the game. The first enemy on the list is the Forest Bunny. The Forest Bunny can be found wandering the vast forest and also the Pinwheel Forest. The Forest Bunny is only different than the Forest Bunny as it has a question mark in its name and is found upside down, but it can also be found in the vast forest. The Lost Sprout Mole is found in the path to Basil's house, wandering the vast forest and the Pinwheel Forest, in the Firefly Forest, and also the train station. The Big Strong Tree is an interesting enemy that you've probably missed. The Big Strong Tree is stationed in the west section of the vast forest. It's hard to describe which tree you need to interact with to trigger the fight, so please watch the footage closely. The Dust Bunny can be found by interacting with bookcases. One bookcase that the Dust Bunny is hiding in is in Basil's house, and the other is in Small's house, over in Otherworld. The Space Bunny is the first of many enemies found in Otherworld. The Space Bunny can be found around the outskirts of the Otherworld Lake. The U.F.O, also known as an Unidentified Flying Orange, can be found searching for the player in the Cattail Field. Next is the Venus Flytrap. Many of these enemies are found in the Otherworld Lake. The Wormhole enemy is found all over Otherworld. Some are even found guarding the entrances to the junkyard. Mixtape is a common enemy found in the junkyard area of the game, and alongside Mixtape, you can also find the Dial-Up enemy. Not only that, you'll also find the Doombox wandering the junkyard. Terrifying Shark Plane can be found in both the junkyard and Cattail Field. Ready to introduce us to the Firefly Forest is the Bug Bunny. The Bug Bunny can be found all over the Firefly Forest. The Rare Bear is a rare enemy you can only find in very specific locations. The first location is around the waterfall in the Firefly Forest, and there's also a secret dungeon underneath Sweetheart's castle where many of these rare bears are locked up. The Potted Plant is another common enemy found wandering the minecart tracks of the Firefly Forest. Alongside the Potted Plant, you might find yourself also facing the Sprout Mole. The Ghost Bunny is found in the Lost Forest. To enter the Lost Forest, while you're in the same room as the Rare Bear, head to the east where one of the trees is a secret entrance. Do note that the Ghost Bunny can no longer be fought if you've completed the Lost Forest by getting to the end of the puzzle and speaking with Daddy Longlegs. Harold is a common enemy found all over Sweetheart's castle and her dungeon. Marsha is also a common enemy found all over Sweetheart's castle and her dungeon. Therese is a common enemy found all over Sweetheart's castle. Lucius is another common enemy found all over Sweetheart's castle. Horsehead is an enemy found running around Sweetheart's garden alongside his friend, the Horsebutt. These two are always found together. Bun Bunny can be found by wandering around the Orange Oasis and is also found on the first floor of the food pyramid. Cupcake Bunny can be found wandering around Orange Oasis too, and can also be summoned by sacrificing the Forest Bunny in Brevin. Milkshake Bunny is also another of the many bunnies wandering Orange Oasis. Pancake Bunny is a good friend of Milkshake Bunny, who also wanders in Orange Oasis. SS Snake, also known as Strawberry Shortcake Snake, is found on the first floor of the food pyramid. Porcupie is also found on the first floor of the food pyramid. The Sprout Bunny is a bunny that can be found on the second floor of the food pyramid. Cilantro is an enemy found on the second floor of the food pyramid. I'm running out of things to say to make things interesting, but anyways, Ginger is also found on the second floor of the food pyramid. And finally, Celery is the last enemy found on the second floor of the food pyramid. The third floor of the food pyramid is quite interesting as it's the home of the rabbit and also the chicken. Fish Bunny is commonly found wandering the construction areas of the underwater highway. Its annoying friend the Mussel is very common in the underwater highway. The Reverse Mermaid is not only found in the underwater highway, but also surprisingly in the abyss. Just like the Reverse Mermaid, the shark fin is found in both the underwater highway and the abyss. The Squizzard is a strange enemy found in the sea cow farm of the underwater highway. The Slime Bunny is the first of many gross enemies found inside of Humphrey. The Slime Bunny is found in Medusa's sector. You've probably encountered a Watermimic after interacting with what you first thought was a watermelon. The Watermimic is found disguising itself as a watermelon all over Humphrey. The Snot Bubble is found on the river to Medusa's sector. The Wormbots are found within Molly's medium and hard puzzles. Many lab rats can be found performing experiments in Marina's sector of Humphrey. Sprout Mole? This time, with 2 question marks, can also be found in Marina's sector of Humphrey. Slice, Sesame, and Sourdough can be battled after sacrificing the loaf in Brevin. Copy Pasta is one of the many Brevin exclusive enemies. These creepy guys can be found after sacrificing the spaghetti. Their close family, Copy Pasta, can also be summoned by sacrificing the spaghetti. By sacrificing the Life Jam, you will summon the Living Bread. The Gingerdead Man is found by exploring the halls of Arrow Cave, entered by jumping down the hole in front of the houses in Orange Oasis. Toast Ghost is another enemy only found in Arrow Cave. Hush Puppy is another enemy found by sacrificing an item in Brevin. This time you must sacrifice the Stray Cat. The Snow Bunny is one of the few enemies found in Snow Globe Mountain. They can also be found on the Frozen Lake. Snow Pile can only be found in the Snow Globe Mountain. The Snow Angels are terrifying enemies encountered as you ascend the mountain. Boss is the first of many bosses encountered in the game. The player is forced to fight him in the prologue of the game. The player is forced to fight Ye Olde Sprout in the prologue of the game right outside of the entrance to Basil's house. Kite Kid is an optional mini-boss found in Pinwheel Forest. To access the Pinwheel Forest, take the ladder found to the east of the vast forest. Kid's Kite is another optional mini-boss, who fights along Kite Kid. Pluto is an optional and missable mini-boss. Pluto is found hiding behind a tree near Mari's picnic basket. This boss can be missed if not fought before the party helps him after completing the junkyard. The Earth is a mini-boss found in the pathway from Space Boyfriend's house to the junkyard. The Earth will not be able to be fought after 2 days left, but will once again be able to be fought alongside Pluto Expanded on the 1-day segment of the Hikikomori route. The player is forced to fight Download Window after going through the junkyard. The player is forced to fight Space Ex-Boyfriend after returning the special mixtape. The player is forced to fight King Crawler after coming to the end of the Firefly Forest and before entering the Sprout Mole village. King Carnivore is an optional mini-boss found at the bottom of the Sprout Mole village. The player can either fight him or drop an anvil to kill it. If you use the anvil, you can interact with the dead body to write down its entry in your Fofax journal. Shady Mole is an optional mini-boss who you can fight after completing a long series of side quests. First, after escaping Squizzard's castle, speak to Pessy in front of the huge doors to get the side quest Pessy's Day. After accepting the side quest, speak to the Shady Mole found nearby. Speak to the Mayor Mole to accept the BED quest. To complete this quest, you must give 1 tofu to the Sprout Mole to the very right of the floor with all the ladders to obtain the big air horn. Then find a Sprout Mole sleeping in the bed and use the big air horn to wake them up. Go back to the Mayor Mole and you will obtain the BED. You can give the BED to the Shady Mole, who will then give you blackmail you can use against Rosa to complete Pessy's Thing side quest. Shady Mole is then found at the entrance of the Last Resort after you've defeated Mr. Jossum and Pluto Expanded. After trading all your clans for cleanse, you can find Shady Mole in Pearl Cave, which is found to the right side of the bypass for the first toll gate in the underwater highway. You can now find and defeat him to write down his entry in your Fofax journal, and to get back all your clams. The player is forced to fight Sir Maximus after he halts the player's progress in Sweetheart's Castle. The player is forced to fight Sir Maximus II after he also halts the player's progress in Sweetheart's Castle. The player is forced to fight Sir Maximus III after he also halts the player's progress in Sweetheart's Castle. The player is forced to fight Sweetheart after they escape Sweetheart's Castle. Nefarious Chip is an optional mini-boss who can be fought after sacrificing the oatmeal cookies in Brevin. The Unbread Twins is an optional boss who can be fought after reaching the end of Brevin. Space X Husband is an optional boss exclusive to the Hikikomori route of the game. He can be fought after reaching the very top of Snow Globe Mountain. The player is forced to fight Mr. Jossum after getting to his floor on the Last Resort. The Gator Guys are found within the Last Resort's casino and are also fought in Mr. Jossum's boss fight. The player is forced to fight Pluto Expanded after defeating Mr. Jossum. If the player decides to return to the last room of the hard puzzle of Molly's sector after viewing the cutscene of Roboheart's creation, the player will be able to fight Roboheart. Mutant Heart is a boss fought exclusively in the Hikikomori route of the game. After finding rat meat for Marina, the player can interact with Mutant Heart and select the fight option to fight her. Perfect Heart can be found waiting at the junction between each of the Slime Girl's labs. If you feel as though you are ready to fight her, simply interact with her. The player is forced to fight Slime Girls after getting to the end of Humphrey's section of the game. One of the 3 Slime Sisters you fight is Marina. The second of the 3 Slime Sisters you fight is Molly. And the third of the 3 Slime Sisters you fight is Medusa. The player is then forced to fight the final boss of the Fofax list, Humphrey, after they complete their fight with the Slime Sisters. After filing every enemy into your Fofax journal, you'll get the achievement Fos File.